Hello everyone! Today I'll show you a design of a skirt which is perfect for those who have narrow hips. My hips are also pretty narrow, but not too much. Moreover, a skirt will be made of velvet. I'll show you how to iron velvet with a household iron. This is how a skirt will look like. I'll make it using my 10 measurement system. The bottom will be narrow, and here I'll make 2 undercuts. I'll make 2 pintucks below each undercut. Each pintuck will be 5 cm wide and 10 cm long. This will be a kind of a tulip skirt. There will be a yoke and 4 pintucks on the back. This is my basic pattern of a skirt. It was made using my 10 measurement system. The course on how to make a basic pattern using my 10 measurement system will be out soon. These are the center back and the center front. I wanted to buy 1.3 meters of fabric so that I have enough for the pintucks. I even wanted to make a skirt for my granddaughter from the same piece of fabric. I don't know why, but a shop assistant has cut just 1 meter of fabric for me. Now I don't have much of a free space. This is a cotton velvet. You have to make a lining for the items made of such fabric. The undercuts start 10 centimeters down from the waist, so I make the tuck longer. This is how I do it. Your tucks may be long enough. I measure 8 centimeters here and 10 here and draw a bias undercut. I make an undercut this way so that I can close this tuck. Don't be afraid to move the tucks. Use your imagination. You've seen how I've moved the tuck. Do it this way. I'll stick it with the duct tape. You can see that the bottom is narrower, so I draw the lines parallel to the edge. You can see how the fold should look like. After that, you can cut the way you want the folds to be. I want to open the cuts this way. Notice how the bottom looks like. The line will be straight again when I close the folds. Such skirts are not overcast. The only correct way to process the bottom of such skirt is to stitch the welt on it. Do not forget that there will be a yoke on the back. I measure the undercut on the front and make a yoke of the same length. Here it is. I remind you that this is how the yoke should look like. I'll sign all the cut details in order not to confuse them. Center back, upper part. I close the tuck in order to move it to the side. I make the same cuts as on the front. Such skirt will look good for anybody, especially on those with the narrow hips. I need to pin the yoke separately. Notice that this is the center back, so it should be on the grain. I've almost forgot it. When cutting the velvet, make sure that the pile goes up and not down. Otherwise, it would be really hard to work with velvet. You wouldn't be able to iron it if you cut it other way. This is the center back. I put it on a grain. This is also a center back. This is the center front, it's also on a grain. Now I'll measure how much I can open these cuts. Be very attentive now. This is the back. This is the center back, and these are the two folds I'm going to close. Remember that the skirt is narrow at the bottom. I'll add just about 1.5 centimeters to the bottom. This is the back yoke. This is the front. There is no yoke on the front. I remind you how the skirt should look like. You can draw these undercuts however you like. The thing is that these 2 points should match. Let's start cutting. It's so convenient to have a basic pattern of a skirt. Very often I make the items for the lessons of the modeling fabric, but the velvet skirt is not one of them. I'm definitely going to wear it.
Хотела сегодня показать вам жилетку, готовый результат, но что-то мы не успели петли пробить.
I'm not afraid of cutting because I've already made a lot of skirts using my basic pattern. I'm absolutely sure that it's correct. The yoke will be attached here. Let's cut the back. I'll show you everything when I finish cutting. This is how the yoke will be attached to the skirt. I'll close the pintucks this way, and all the details will match. The pintucks will make a skirt look like a tulip one. This is how the front will look like.
Вот это заложится у нас одна складочка, у кого нет ягодиц, пожалуйста, сделайте себе такой фасончик.
The undercut will end here, just like a tuck.
Как выточка тоненько вот здесь закончится. Вот наша юбочка.
Today I've showed you how to cut a skirt for those who has narrow hips. The skirt will be made of velvet. I'll also show you how to work with it. That's all for today. Be different. My name is Irina. Subscribe to my channel. Goodbye.